You know, I'll never forget it. His first game at Corona Centennial, he was a freshman and we were playing at J. Sarah. The first 2 shots that he took as a Centennial varsity basketball player were 2 threes and he made them both. Then over the next couple games, I don't think he made any.
I think we played a tournament and like a few games here and there. We were playing Harvard Westlake, which is probably our best matchup so far. And I wasn't into meditation at that point. But I did yoga for that day, played the game, played terrible.
You could see him getting more and more frustrated with it.
Because I was a freshman starting and I felt like people weren't respecting me or something like that. But to that point, I felt like I was worrying about other people outside of the basketball when I just had to worry about myself.
And we had a meeting right here. I'm sitting at the desk and he was sitting right over there. And we just started talking about it and he broke down.
My head coach is saying that he trusts me and he knows the work I put in.
During the course of the conversation, I was like, have you ever been in the zone where you couldn't miss a shot? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, well, what are you thinking about? He was like, well, I wasn't thinking about anything. I'm like, well, do I have to keep going? Or are you like, you're your own problem right now. You're your own worst enemy.
And then that's when he brought up the inner game of tennis.
When Pete Carroll was the head coach at USC, then I just happened to be reading in an article, I can't remember where, about his love of the book, The Inner Game of Tennis.
You know, the whole book is about, you know, letting go and just just playing out of your mind is what they call it. But
so I became obsessed with understanding like how to get into the zone. When I read the book, it just kind of explained to me how to do it.
That's kind of the whole thing, and when he brought that up to me, I had to buy it after that. And
he reads it before every game. I've said that to a lot of players, probably a couple dozen of them. The difference between Jared and maybe some of those other guys is Jared actually listened to what I said. He went out and got the book, I think the next day, and then a couple games later we played Rancho Christian. They had Evan Mobley. The game came down to the final 90 seconds and he hit an amazing shot with about 1:15 to go in the game that pretty much sealed the game for us and helped us win.
Damn, Alex, you killed this shit.
Damn, Zeus, you too cold, bruh. What you doing?
Bad bitch, if she do what I say so. Big 40s in a big ass Draco. 3 more minutes when you ask how my day go. Order a buffalo, not a blueberry fago. False gold and we straight to the smart shit. 2 small bands just to take you out real quick. 3 more hoes, pull up, I'm fucking shit. That's how it goes. Baby, I'm coming straight. Bad bitch, if she do what I say so. Big 40s in a big ass Draco. 3 more minutes when you ask how my day go. Order a buffalo, not a blueberry fago. False gold and we straight to the smart shit. 2 small bands just to take you out real quick. 3 more hoes, pull up, I'm fucking shit. That's how it goes. Baby, I'm coming straight. I'm on my knees, yeah. We some rock stars and I'm on my knees, yeah. KK walk hard, that's not my dick, little bitch, my Glock hard. Straight to the cash. I'm a shot star, straight to the bag. I'm that nigga, huh? Got me some cash. Rolling out some cash. Yeah, I got me some. I ain't fussing yesterday. I'm a fuck sign. Bad bitch, if she do what I say so. 2 big 40s in a big ass Draco. 3 more minutes when you ask how my day go. Order a buffalo, not a blueberry fago. False move and we straight to the smart shit. 2 small bands just to take you out real quick. 3 more hoes, pull up, I'm fucking shit. That's how it goes. Baby, I'm coming straight. Bad bitch, if she do what I say so. 2 big 40s in a big ass Draco. 3 more minutes when you ask how my day go. Order a buffalo, not a blueberry fago. False move and we straight to the smart shit. 2 small bands just to take you out real quick. 3 more hoes, pull up, I'm fucking shit. That's how it goes. Baby, I'm coming straight.
so when we got to P-Sham, that was my only goals. Like I wanted obviously to win P-Sham. Like that was the main thing, because once we make it to the end, that would be the most hype you could get. So as we kept playing, I kept making TikToks before the games. I guess that kind of helped my buzz, helped my the clout. And then we just kept playing. We started to get more people at our games, especially as like the actual P-Sham, the last week happened. And then after that, after Peach, I ended up getting P-Sham MVP. And that's when kind of everything came together, like over time or whatever, started posting me, went to the top 100 camp. But yeah, the PSHAM really, I think, blew me up. And that's basically why I believe so much in the meditation, the manifestation, all that stuff, because I believe it works, and it's worked for me in so many occasions, so I'm gonna stick to it. So when I was in middle school and elementary school, like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have like a crazy love for basketball. Like, I was training like when my brother would train, but like my brother was in high school and I was in middle school, and he'd come ask me to work out and I would say no. Like, I was over here playing Fortnite in my 6th grade and like 7th grade, and I mean, that's the reason why I always want to repay my brother back for everything he's done for me, because when he was in high school and he wanted me to rebound for him, I didn't do it. And now that he does it for me, every time I ask, it's always yes. So for me, I didn't have a love for the game until like 8th grade, and that's when I really decided I'm like, okay, I need to really work hard. I need to set schedules. I need to do all this stuff other than basketball to be great at basketball. 8th grade, that I was like, okay, if I'm really gonna do this, like, I have to put the work in, and it's not just gonna be like easy all these days where I don't have to go to the gym. But when we played Rebay, and I didn't have the best game, and I didn't shoot the ball well. Still, I was working hard up until that point, so that's why it was so disappointing for me to not play my best. So it was a 2-hour drive back to Corona, so we drove back, and I was like, I had to go get shots up, so I called my brother, and my dad came. They all rebounded for me, and Giles was able to open the gym at like 11 o'clock at night. And I stayed there for like 2 hours, and after that, I cried. I was just on the floor, or I was sitting on the bench, and I was just crying, because like it had felt like I had worked up all this time and it didn't pay off, because that was a big game for me. But my brother, like, he was there for me, and he helped me through it. He basically helped me through all that to get to the point where I'm at now. I'm so thankful for him, because without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? Since your pretty ass, soon as you came in the door, I just wanna chill, got a sack from my store. Married to the money, introduced her to my stove. Showed her how to whip, and now she leaving it for low. She might try to quit, let her hit the window. We be counting up, watch how far them bands go. We just set a goal, talking about your Lambos. 56 a gram, mama, 100 grams though. Man, I swear I love her, how she with the Lambo. Hit the strip club, we be letting the bands go. Everybody hate on me, just call the fans though. In love with the money, I ain't never let go. And like it high, baby, baby, I just love the mall, I'm getting fly with my baby, yeah. And like it rock with my baby, baby, I be in the kitchen cooking pies with my baby, yeah. And like it rock with my baby, I just love the mall, I'm getting fly with my baby, yeah. And like it rock with my baby, I be in the kitchen cooking pies with my baby. I'm never sure on my track quick, cause all we know is biz, I just might snatch a Ferrari. And by my full lamb, I just might snatch a ridiculous, drop a couple on the way. She ain't willing for nothing because I got her everything is good. So up on the bed, though, remind me where I can go. Let me look up the stairs, though, kind of hell in a bed. Well, I fuck in your bed, though, baby, I'm on the 50,000 K on my bed, though, it's protected from my pocket, I'm up. And like it high with my baby, baby, I just left the mall, I'm getting fly with my baby, yeah. And like it rock with my baby, baby, I be in the kitchen cooking pies with my baby, yeah. And baby, baby, just wanna chill, got a sack for us to roll. Married to the money, introduced her to my stove. Showed her how to whip and now she remix it for low. She my track queen, let her hit the band. Baby counting up, fuck up all the plans. We just set it down, talking about just Lambos. This is a plan for 100 grand though. Man, I show her love and how she work the game for. Hit the strip club when you let her legs go. Everybody hate on me, just gonna